Porsche 911 GT3. The 911 GT3 is pure Porsche. It bridges the gap between motorsport and road driving, truly reflecting the core of the brand, successful on the racetrack, reliable in daily life. The new Porsche 911 GT3 strikes the balance like almost no other. This is all thanks to the completely new, 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine with 368 kilowatts, 500 horsepower, the high-speed engine concept, the revised chassis with near-motorsport tuning and the systematic lightweight construction. With the 4-liter flat engine, the 911 GT3 generates its power using the same engine as the thoroughbred 911 GT3 Cup racing car. Developed on the same test track and manufactured on the same production line as the racing car, Porsche's motorsport technology has once again been incorporated into a road-approved sports car. As a result, Porsche's most successful GT sports car delivers an emotional mix of high performance and unfiltered driving feel. The majority of GT drivers also like to take their sports cars for a spin on the racetrack, which is where the new Porsche 911 GT3 really comes into its own thanks to a weight-to-power ratio of 3.88 kg/kW, 2.86 kg/HP. With the 7-speed double-clutch transmission, PDK, that has been specifically tuned for the GT3 as standard, the two-seater weighs in at 1,430 kilograms with a full fuel tank and can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.4 seconds. It boasts a top speed of 318 kilometers per hour. For those who love pure, unadulterated driving, Porsche also offers the 911 GT3 with a 6-speed sports manual gearbox. This allows the high-performance 911 to sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.9 seconds and reach a top speed of 320 km per hour. The chassis of the new 911 GT3 benefits from Porsche's motorsport experience and has been retuned for even better driving dynamics. The two-seater sits around 25 mm lower than the 911 Car S. In addition to the further refined basic design, the chassis also boasts superior handling characteristics, thanks predominantly to the active rear axle steering. Depending on the speed, the rear wheels turn either opposite to the front wheels or in the same direction, which improves agility and stability. Other features that improve the car's driving dynamics include the dynamic engine mounts and the rear differential lock, Porsche to work vectoring, PTV/PTV+. High-speed racing engine producing 368 kilowatts, 500 horsepower. At the heart of the new 911 GT3 beats a thoroughbred motor racing engine. The main development aims for the high-speed engine where performance and stability for heavy use on racing circuits. The naturally aspirated 6-cylinder flat engine with 4-liter displacement generates extremely dynamic power in the 911 RSR, as well as the 911 GT3R and 911 GT3 Cup. The machine is the most powerful naturally aspirated direct injection engine and has the greatest displacement that Porsche has ever produced for a 6-cylinder flat engine on the road. It produces 368 kilowatts, 500 horsepower of power and 460 Nm of torque. This represents an increase of 25 horsepower and 20 Nm when compared to the previous model with 3.8-liter displacement. The power curve peaks at 8,250 revolutions per minute, while maximum torque is achieved at 6,000 revolutions per minute. The engine is characterized by its high-speed concept. The crankshaft spins up to 9,000 times a minute, which is truly extraordinary, even for a sports car engine. High engine speeds enable greater power output. To ensure precise gas exchange even at high speeds, the Porsche engineers developed rigid valve control. This means that the rocker arms are not supported on hydraulic balancing elements, but situated on axles. The correct valve clearance is set using replaceable shims in the factory, meaning no subsequent readjustment is required. The rigid valve drive also reduces friction losses. The variable inlet and outlet camshaft control continues to be operated by the VarioCam system as before. The electronic engine management system uses the variable valve control to regulate the valve timing depending on the engine speeds and load conditions. This enables high running quality and, above all, high performance and torque values throughout the speed range. Double clutch transmission for the fastest lap time, manual transmission for the purists. For the first time, Porsche offers two transmission variants for the Porsche 911 GT3. For those who want to achieve the fastest passable lap times, the Porsche Doppelkolonne PDK, with 7 gears is the perfect choice and is delivered as standard. Alternatively, the new high-performance sports car is also available with a manual 6-gear transmission for no extra charge. New GT Sports manual transmission with 6 gears. A short-to-shift lever, short shift paths, precise shift stops and 6 optimally tuned gears. For the purists among the 911 GT3 drivers, Porsche has developed the new GT Sports manual transmission with dual-mass flywheel. The transmission ratio of the 6 gears is precisely tuned to the power development of the engine and offers particularly sporty shifting characteristics. The automatic intermediate acceleration function ensures sporty gear changes when downshifting. It is activated via the Sport button on the center console, delivering highly dynamic shift operations from faster synchronization of the gear wheels, ensuring an even more emotional driving experience on winding roads. Motorsport chassis with rear axle steering. GT sports cars from Porsche have their own brand-specific spread of driving dynamics. They are at home both on race tracks like the Nürburgring and runway-style racing, delivering agility when the chassis is tested and stability at high speeds. The chassis of the new Porsche 911 GT3 has been built and tuned according to this motorsport philosophy. Compared to the previous model, the responsiveness of the spring-damper combination has been further optimized. Weight-saving integrated auxiliary springs on the rear axle ensure that the mainsprings remain under tension even after rapid and complete deflection, for example, after driving over the brow of a hill at high speed. Together with the rear axle steering as standard, the PASM adjustable damper system and the dynamic engine mounts, the redeveloped motorsport chassis delivers further performance improvements. GT characteristic feature, carbon rear wing. At the rear of the 911 GT3, there is no mistaking that this is where power is transferred to the road. The most striking feature is the fixed rear wing with black side blades. This is positioned around 20 mm higher than on the previous model, providing improved downward pressure on the rear axle. The rear lid, wing and wing supports are made from carbon and painted in the exterior color. The central ventilation slot of the rear lid is positioned higher and is larger than the predecessor model, which further improves heat dissipation. The two black ram air scoops on the rear lid ensure optimal air supply to the engine thanks to their dynamic pressure function. They are made from glass fiber reinforced plastic, GFRP. The redeveloped engine underbody paneling with enlarged surface area and 4 additional fins ensures additional downforce. The underbody paneling made of stamped aluminium sheet metal is shaped to rise toward the rear, thus acting as a diffuser. The plastic fins channel the airflow under the rear end, which further accelerates the air and amplifies the diffuser effect. This technology also originates from motorsport. Compared to the 911 Carrera, the body is 44 mm wider in the area around the rear wheel housings. Lowering by an additional 25 mm further emphasizes the width of the car. The central black twin tailpipes of the sports exhaust system lower the visual focus point. The tinted LED tail lights have a very flush and three-dimensional design, further accentuating the horizontal lines. Experience Center for Exceptional Driving Dynamics. The interior of the new high-performance sports car is tailored for maximum driving experience. The GT Sports steering wheel with a diameter of 360 mm originates from the 918 Spider, and its height and length can be manually adjusted. The shift paddles for manual gear selection on the PDK have very short shift throws and exceptionally precise shift behavior. Both the driver and passenger experience the dynamics in Porsche sports seats plus with enhanced seat side bolsters and mechanical fore-aft adjustment. The seat height and backrests are adjusted electronically. The seat covers are finished in black leather with the seat center in black Alcantara. The headrests bear the stitched GT3 logo in platinum gray. As the 911 GT3 is traditionally a two-seater, the seat pans in the rear are covered. Porsche offers 3 additional seat variants for the Porsche 911 GT3. The adaptive sports seats plus boast electrical adjustment of all seat functions, 18-way. The second option is sports bucket seats with folding backrest, integrated thorax airbag and manual fore-aft adjustment. The seat shell is made from glass fiber and carbon fiber reinforced plastic, and the surface has a carbon weave finish. The third variant is full bucket seats made from light carbon fiber reinforced plastic and carbon weave finish. The new seat covers have GT3 stripes and an embossed Porsche crest in the headrests. The bucket seats have an integrated thorax airbag, electronic height adjustment and manual fore-aft adjustment. As with the previous model, the new 911 GT3 is also offered with an optional Club Sport package. In addition to a roll cage with screwed attachments, the package includes preparation for a battery disconnect switch, a red 6-point seat belt for the driver's side, and a fire extinguisher with mount. Porsche Track Precision app as standard. In addition to Porsche Communication Management (PCM), including an online navigation module with real-time traffic information, the standard equipment also includes the Connect Plus module and the Porsche Track Precision app. The app enables Porsche 911 GT3 drivers to display, record and analyze detailed driving data on their smartphone. Lap times can be timed either automatically via a precise 10 Hz GPS signal in the PCM or manually using the operating lever of the optional chrono package, and compared on a smartphone. The app displays the driving dynamics on the smartphone in racetrack situations. In addition to sector and lap times, deviations from the set reference lap are also displayed. Graphical analyses of the driving data and a video analysis help the driver to improve driving performance. Recordings, lap profiles and driver profiles can be managed and shared directly via smartphone. Without the chrono package, precise lap times can be sent to the app using the lap trigger available from Porsche equipment. This can be positioned next to the start-finish line to automatically time lap times and send the data to the PCM and smartphone app. Optional chrono package with performance display. In addition to the analog and digital stopwatch and the dashboard, the optional chrono package also offers a performance display for displaying, storing, and evaluating measured lap times in the PCM. This provides the driver with information about the time and distance of the current lap, as well as the previous lap time and the times achieved so far. The fastest lap and the remaining fuel range are also displayed. Any lap routes can be recorded and reference laps can also be set.